Hi guys, it's Seraphic Mayan, and you have joined me for yet another how-to art video in which I'm going to be working on this video once again to try to finish up all my layers. We have we have plenty left to do. Let's just say that. But right now I'm going to be working on just this small part, which is the bits right here, the shiny buckles. There we go, that's the word, buckles. I'm trying not to stutter as much in these videos because it's good to be able to enunciate and say what you mean. So let's take a quick look at my mask. Nope. Alt click. Yeah, we're good to go. So let's eyedrop some color and see if we can't block in range new. Alright, there we go. Now I can see what I'm doing when I zoom in. But first we're going to keep it zoomed out. And considering the shape that the belt buckle is in, and the fact that they're similar colors, will help me figure out how to color this. I'm always I get worried easily with straight, flat, shiny things like this, so it may take me a little while to actually, there we go, color it properly. I worry about a lot of things while coloring this stuff, and even more so when I'm recording, because screw it, I'm gonna make plenty of mistakes. Alright, that's just part of the process, and that's just part of who I am. And, you know, how can I learn without making my mistakes, right? Sometimes I'll scrap things altogether and start over. And the important bit is to not get discouraged. So even though barely anybody watches these videos, even though I am not well known quite so yet, in spite of all of that, it's just another testament that everyone starts somewhere. And the only goal of getting better is to not give up. That's the difference between people who succeed and people who don't. The winners are just the people who didn't give up. Because eventually something's gotta give. Eventually. As I get better at, say, painting. In any case, there we go. Excellent. I always like coloring metallic objects because they end up really sleek looking, at least from far away. I always strive for that sort of smooth shading, if I can get it, because I've always been a fan of that, even if I couldn't always accomplish it. But that's okay. That's what practice is for. And hey, at least I'm going to finish this, and when I do, there shall be fanfare and parades and celebratory prizes for me and everyone else, at least in my head. Might as well be in my head if not in real life, because everything that exists starts off as a thought, or something like that, I guess. I'm not sure. It's all that new age manifestation stuff. It gets confusing really fast. Though of course, you know, you can brush it off really easily too. I prefer taking a more medium approach. because some of the stuff they talk about holds water. But I digress. Alright. Well, see, now they're looking more like belt buckles. Shiny, sort of rusted, a bit battered. They're not brand new silver or gold-plated buckles. They're more brassy. Silver brassy. Ooh, steel. Maybe steel. Yeah. In any case, there's plenty of bounced light going on here from the background that probably want to add a bit of that color in there. Yeah, I completely forgot that on earlier layers. Oh my gosh. Oh, jeez. Guess what I forgot? I forgot that there's a background. A little bit. No, I can work with this. We're gonna do that at the very end. Yes, we're gonna add all of the reflected and bounced light at the very end. That's the great thing about Photoshop. Most things are quite salvageable, and half the time in my artistic process I make realizations like this, and I'm like, oh, crap, I completely forgot about this one other thing that I should add in because that'll make the picture look really cool. And then the great thing about Photoshop is you can add a layer at the very end and be like, boop, look, I got the colors. Oops, that's the blending brush. This is my paintbrush. So I'm gonna go in fairly small, add in the shiny bits, because what's metal without the shiny bits? To make sure that the parts that catch light are the things that have it. Because it's they're all on a pretty flat plane-ish. Excellent. Alright, check that out. Not bad if I say so myself. Yes. Excellent. So that's one thing done in about 10 minutes. And now the pants. This should be, oops. Control. Make that red. Turn that off. Duplicate. And mask. And turn that back on so you can see it. Hey, look! Pants. Alright, so let's see. Make sure we're on the actual painting layer and not the mask layer. Yeah, again, using a really big blending brush has its downsides, like for this instance, but in this case I kind of wanna make it as blurry as possible without using something like Gaussian blur, because I'm gonna go in is that slightly see-through? Did I never? Let me take a look at that. No. Odd. Alright, well, in any case, we're gonna go in. Alright, now here comes the blending. The thing that makes large swaths of smooth areas like this difficult to do is the need to blend. In this case, I should probably be using a lower opacity, bigger brush. That way I have greater control over this, because the better this is blended by hand, the better it'll actually look when I do this. Generally. Nice and slow. So if I go too fast, it'll end up doing something that I do not want it to do. Then some stuff you just gotta do by hand. Okay. I know there's probably an easier way to do this. So if someone does have an easier way to do this, please tell me. That would be wonderful and would help me immensely, and I'd be eternally grateful. Or at least exceptionally grateful, because I'm all for learning new techniques and ways to get my work done. There we go. Alright. That's looking a little better. Always have some trouble here. But just as a reminder, if you want to quick pick colors, just hold down Alt. And that should ease the flow a little bit. Okay. Let's try something. Bring down the strength. Okay. Oh, that's better. That's so much better. Oh my gosh. Yes! Ha! Look at how smooth that is! All I had to do is bring down the scatter and bring down the... the strength of the smudge tool itself. That is much better. Much better. Yes! Look at how nice that looks. Alright, now it's time to go in a little bit to add a bit more detail. Let's see. Yes. Also, another thing, I'm thinking of starting to make these videos steadily shorter as I can. Just to also having that lower opacity is a very good idea. I'm really trying to experiment more so I can get better control over this Photoshop thing. As much as I've learned how to use Photoshop, there's always something more I can learn. So if anyone has some great tips and tricks, even if you think I've heard it already, please let me know. Because who knows, maybe you'll tell me something that I've never heard of before, and it'll be fantastic, and I will thank you profusely. In fact, if someone can tell me something that I would probably, if I find it helpful to use for my workflow on Photoshop, I will sketch you a doodle of anything you like. Just about. So long as it goes with my, I don't know, my commission rules or whatever. But I suppose fan work would also be allowed. That's better. I'm liking this. I have that song stuck in my head. If any of you watch Steven Universe, then, not to give any spoilers away, but in the season finale, I think, of season 2, I don't know, it's like episode 48 or something like that, Garnet's song is stuck in my head because I happened to have listened to it a few times earlier today. It's a really catchy song though, and it's so great because I love Garnet so much. In fact, I just really like that show. If you like cartoons, watch Steven Universe. Its episodes are only like 10 minutes long, but they pack such a punch every single time that you're gonna be like, oh my heart. And I learned a lesson. Sort of deal. And it's got one of the best continuities in terms of storyline that I've seen. So it really ranks high. It's like Gravity Falls level. And yes, I also love Gravity Falls. At one point or another, I need to start like making some fan art as tributes to my favorite things. Hopefully. Once I find time. Like, I've already got a fan art project going on, my Pokemon trainer project. So if you follow the link to my Deviantart, you can see that. Because I've been a lifelong fan of Pokemon, if you don't already know. But, oh, nice. Yes, I actually don't want to touch the pants anymore, because that looks pretty good to me. Yes. It shall do. Now let's see, we've got her shirt, her blouse left, her hair, eyes, eye whites plus her mouth, skin, and under the hood. Oh, not much left. Alright. I'm gonna save those for the next video, just so I can finish here. You can find me on YouTube, obviously, as well as Tumblr and Deviantart. All the links will be below, and you can also talk to me in the comments. So if you enjoyed this, please rate, comment, and subscribe, and if you'd like to support what I'm doing and perhaps get a few extra goodies, please check out my Patreon. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.